shadows asleep amidst the trees.
Hey guys, Raiden here, and welcome to my new series, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. So, we have a lot to go over before we start. First being, I kind of want to know how you guys found out about my channel or even this video, so I'd appreciate it if you could just put a comment down below telling me how, because I'm very interested, and it always helps me out in a way. So, as for our history with the Witcher games, we played The Witcher 1 as our first thing to do on this channel, like a year or two ago. I started The Witcher 1, and we got 40 episodes in, and on recording, my computer caught on fire. That was hilarious. We got to The Witcher 2, which we only finished about a month ago, and it was quite a blast. We only took the one route because that's how I think I'm going to play the game. I'm going to play it with the decisions I made with the knowledge I have. We are going to go back and do that other route eventually, but probably way after we finish The Witcher 3, or hell, maybe even halfway through. So, the way I kind of like to play the Witcher games is I crank up the difficulty to the hardest, which is what we're going to play on here. I'm going to play on Death Wish because I'm an insane masochist who loves Monster Hunter and Dark Souls. So we're going to be playing on Death Wish. It's going to take a bit longer because of that, but hey, what can you do? We're going to be playing through both DLCs, so Hearts of Stone and Blood and Wine, which Blood and Wine and the new patch for this game both came out today. So I've been waiting until that patch came out, and I think it's finally here, and it adds some nice, just ease of life options. So before we start, I just want to say I have read a few of the books. I've read Sword of Destiny and Last Wish. I have read the first novel, which is Blood of Elves, I think it's called. And there's still 3 more novels out right now, which I will eventually get to. They sound like tons of fun. So I do like to take things slow, and I wouldn't say slow, I'm just going to say my pace, because I just like to read things and kind of get into it. I love The Witcher, and that's all I can say. Ever since this channel started, it's always been about The Witcher, and now a few other games like Dark Souls 3 and XCOM and things like that, and Devil May Cry. It's all been a blast. Okay, so without further ado, let's start the game. This is blind, by the way, except I have played through like the first hour or so for audio reasons. So, here we go. I kind of skipped all the cutscenes, so it's nice that I can just immediately start in New Game Plus. What is this? Start a new game of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt with any installed expansions included. Okay, what is this? Play the game in New Game Plus mode, including any installed expansions. To start playing in this mode, load a game save you created after. Okay, so this is really New Game Plus. Alright, so we're going to be playing Fresh Start, I guess. I have downloaded I actually have downloaded Blood and Wine, but I have not downloaded, whatever the other one's called, Hearts of Stone. So we'll get to that eventually. So we're just going to go ahead and go a fresh start. As I said, we're going to go on Death March. You're truly insane and loving it. I love that description. That's pretty amazing. Tutorials, let's go ahead and turn them on. And we're going to have to simulate our Witcher's 2 save because it's having problems detecting my save now that the patch is out, which kind of sucks. But I believe they're just going to ask you the major questions and like, what did you do in The Witcher 2? And it's going to carry over, so that helps me out quite a bit. So without further ado, after a year or 2 long years, let's get started. Okay, then. That's a death metal album cover waiting to happen. One of the things I do really appreciate about that cinematic is it really highlights... I don't think we've ever seen Geralt straight up just sleep. Every time he's waking up is when we see him. But one of the things that I really enjoyed about that cutscene is Kaer Morhen. Oh, well, that I didn't even realize it started off here. That I don't know if Geralt's into that.
You know I don't find that amusing.
That looks like an Andrega or a Kikamore. Like a baby one.
It wasn't meant to amuse, but to prod you to hurry. It's midday already. You promised Ciri you'd train with her. Go before Vesemir bores her to death with those etchings.
That is pretty accurate.
So, later then.
See you later.
This is a really neat start to the game so far. It didn't start off with Geralt and, I'm assuming, Yennefer just instantly yelling at each other. Is it? All we need is the violet eyes and we're done. Black clothing, choker, and yep, there's no way that's not Yennefer. Okay, so we're finally in game. Welcome to The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. This tutorial will introduce the game's core elements. Each message will be saved in the glossary, where you'll also find detailed information about world lore and gameplay mechanics. To disable tutorial messages, go to the options menu. Alright, so we're finally here. I do really like that intro cutscene, because Geralt never shows up on time for these huge action sequences. It's just not his thing. He always shows up afterwards. The minimap in your upper right-hand corner of your display shows your current location at the surrounding area. Underneath the minimap, you'll find the objectives for your active quest. Okay then, well, that's nice that we have a minimap. If we didn't, this game would be a whole lot harder. Okay, so here's our Witcher senses, which is just right-click while we're walking around.
Nothing but silver.
Gold clashes with my complexion. You should know that.
I guess I should. I understand, though.
You're running out of juice.
I know. You might bring me some more once you're done training.
Ah, I see. I think this is... Oh, yeah, it said it's Kaer Morhen. I don't have to think anything.
Beautiful as ever.
Wow. That is quite the intro. Jeez. They just had to pull it. The stream down there, I remember how they depicted that back from Witcher 1 when they were pulling the cart and Geralt was on it. And there should be a giant... Yeah, there's the entrance right there. And do I hear yelling? Oh, Ciri's down there training. I actually skipped all the cutscenes, so there's a few things I haven't seen. Well, which is most of it. Alright then, is there anything in this... Oh yeah, there's a key here. Updated Kaer Morhen. I think that's all there is here. I don't know if we can actually talk to Yennefer again for anything worthwhile or not.
Got any clothes that aren't black or white?
Undergarments.
Ah, perfect. Just what Geralt would like to hear.
I thought Ciri could stand to wait a little longer.
It's uninstructive, not to mention unreasonable.
So how I'm gonna play this Geralt is I'm gonna play my version of Geralt, which is me. A lot of people try to play Geralt like Geralt would do things, and I don't see Geralt as an evil man. And I'm not also necessarily evil, but evil's such a relative term in this universe. So, anyways, I think, yeah, we should probably go help out Ciri.
Yeah, better go see Ciri.
Go and train with her, then come back. It'll give me a chance to put my face on.
Of all the women I've known, you're the only one who does that before.
You've known many.
What's it matter? Only ever thought of you.
Nice, generic save. So I found it very interesting that Geralt almost just complains. It's like, hey Geralt, do you want to see your practical daughter? And he's like, no. Oh, you know what I just noticed about the architecture here? If you actually look all over the walls, there's a bunch of Temerian lilies. I completely forgot. It was probably mentioned in the books or in the first game that this was an old Temerian fort or castle of some kind. And I've just completely forgotten that fact. Look, they're just everywhere. It's neat.
Old Witcher's fast asleep. Ciri's disappeared somewhere, of course.
Oh, so is she not supposed to be practicing on the pendulums down there? That's pretty awesome.
Guess she prefers practice to theory.
What?
Time to wake up, Master. These lessons so boring they put you to sleep too?
Damn it. After taking notes on ghouls and owl ghouls, wanted to rest my eyes a bit.
Making her slog through
drawing.
that brick. No wonder she took off.
John of Bruges lacks flair, true, but he's reliable. Not like the hogwash they print nowadays. She's tackling the pendulums, right? How many times do I have to tell her? Don't train alone. It only embeds your errors. Bring our young damsel to the lower courtyard. She wants to practice, she'll get to practice.
It's hilarious that he says that quote, because I used to do a bunch of martial arts, and one of my instructors always used to say, like, practice makes permanent or something. And he'd repeat that line over and over again, and when I'm older, I finally get why. So, honestly, I think a bunch of, like, middle-aged men around this, like, tiny, adorable girl, they would probably just give in to her all the time, so I think we need to stop and kind of teach her how to protect herself.
Gotta admit, we've spoiled her.
We've spoiled her. I've been saying it from the start. Ciri needs a firm hand.
Been saying that true, but you let her walk all over you just like the rest of us do.
Fine. I suppose I'm partly to blame, but this has to end. Now. Killing monsters is not something to be taken lightly. Ciri must understand that, if she's to become one of us. I'll see you below.
It's like someone's in for a scolding.
Wrong. Now I see why you were so eager to practice. Strike. You're not in this circus. Pirouette. Wrong. Footwork. Enough. Get down.
With a flip?
What do you think?
That's
All right.
amazing.
Take off the blindfold.
She has...
You've got work to do. Your reflexes are still slow.
Maybe for a witcher.
Think drowners or striggers will go easy on you because you haven't undergone the mutations? Though in your shoes, I'd fear Vesemir more than any strigger. Disobeying his instructions? Unwise.
Well, yes, but that book was horribly dull.
I know.
I feel
And
that.
You know that's no excuse.
I'm sorry. It won't happen again.
Better not. I notice the way she has a very boyish face. I mean, of course, she doesn't grow up to look that way, but seriously. And I think that's intentional.
Better not. Vesemir said if it does, he'll make you eat a bowl of slugs covered in salt.
You!
Exactly. So you'd best behave. Come on. We'll practice with the others down below.
Shall we run the walls?
Why not? This is just the movement tutorial. So, we're just gonna go ahead and do it.
Of course. Is a Witcher school or an elven bathhouse?
To the bottom.
Maybe if you fall.
Oh no, she got on the ladder before me. So E to climb ladders. I'm not gonna let Ciri win this little race.
What did I
Doesn't
tell you
matter
about
if-
breathing through your mouth in rhythm with your steps. Ciri, cut it out.
Doesn't matter if I'm a really, really, really old man. I'm going to take pride in beating this little girl I raised in a small race. There we go. I actually lost to her last time, and she says something if you lose. I don't know what she says if you win. So I'm gonna wait for her to come down.
I win.
Your legs are longer. I'll show you yet. You just need to grow a bit.
I'm sure that's it. It's the age. This game looks fantastic. I can't get over it. I just can't. Ciri, go ahead and hop down. I'm coming down after you.
Oh no.
Don't worry.
Vesemir's got that look.
What did you
All that-
expect?
I'm disappointed in you look. And that I'm disappointed in you sword sharpening movements. Got that all the time when I was a kid. Oh, it's, how can I not remember their names? It's very Polish names that I can never
Anything to
pronounce.
say for yourself, young lady?
I'm very sorry, Uncle Vesemir.
Young blood craves action, I understand that. But when you fight a beast, knowledge counts as much as your silver sword. At the very least, you ought to be able to tell a ghoul from an owl ghoul.
By markings, like unto the Panthera tigris that in Zeracania dwells, and by the sickly paleness of its visage.
So you did read the chapter. Still, you should have asked if...
But you were asleep, Uncle Vesemir.
Yeah, I understand this. She does have a point, and I think waking up an adult as a child is worse than committing murder. So, I'm gonna go a bit easier on this.
So you did the reading. Why not admit it right off?
Never pounce on an advantage as soon as it appears. Wait till it stands to have maximum effect. Uncle Vesemir's words.
Well, you're a quick study. Quick, but mischievous. Fine, we've talked enough. Geralt, you're with me, Lambert with Eskel, Ciri
Oh,
with
that's
the
their
dog.
names.
Again?
Stop groaning and grab a sword.
How did I forget? Like, you read their names so many times in the books.
What do you think?
Especially
Should we
Lambert's.
start by reviewing the fundamentals or go right to free training?
I suppose I kind of want you guys to understand how the game looks. That way I'm not just gliding around the screen incomprehensibly and dying a lot without you guys being like, what? How are you doing this?
Should work on the basics. Even skilled masters need to hone the fundamentals, and Ciri's barely a novice.
Yeah, take generic longsword. By the way, I'm also like a very big European weapon nerd, so... okay, so combat. Witchers must be prepared to fight foes in all or of all kinds. Be they plate-clad knights, ethereal wraiths, or bone-crushing giants. To match the strengths and exploit the weaknesses of different enemies, Witchers need to use a variety of weapons and combat techniques. The core tools of their trade are their swords, one steel for fighting humans, and non-humans, one other silver for slaying monsters. Witchers have also mastered a simple form of combat magic. These signs are not as powerful as the spells wielded by mages, but they can be cast very quickly, with simple one-handed gestures, making them quite useful in the heat of combat. Witchers are also adept in basic alchemy. They can brew powerful potions, blade oils, and bombs, all of which give them a keen advantage when fighting stronger or faster foes. Alright, literal Z targeting.
Quick cuts. 1, 2, 3.
So, the quick attack is left click, which feels great. The thing I don't like is the strong attack, because it doesn't feel good. It feels very disjointed.
Remember.
Yeah, footwork. So a new cool addition, which I think is my favorite, is the dodge mechanic, which instead of rolling around like you did in The Witcher 2, can actually just dodge to a direction by pushing Alt in the direction you want to go. So, see? I can do it again, just straight backwards. Probably the most effective version of that. So now it's going to show us about rolling. I can roll out of the way.
What now?
It's pretty useful, but when you roll, I don't think you're going to be able to get in a counter attack unless you're fighting a large monster. So,
Pretend now, live later.
fair enough.
Riposte. Strike.
Riposte.
Counter strike.
Yes, so if you block at the last minute, you can actually riposte off of it, and... Or last second, I should say, last minute. Come on, Vesemir.
Now, young lady.
There we go.
Bring the day to a close. We'll go over a few witches' signs.
So these... Oh, they changed the menu entirely. Like, this used to be so much smaller and look so different. They've changed so much in the game. Some of it I will never even get to see the original version of because of this latest patch. So we got Quen.
Quen is sometimes called the Witch's Shield. Now watch carefully to see why.
So Quen are ever so faithful spell in the original game.
Cast Igni, Geralt. I want to see sparks fly.
Is still pretty amazing from what I can tell, though I heard that they made all of the spells pretty damn good, so I'm not going to... wrong spell. I'm not just going to focus on Quen. I know it's important, so I'm going to have it there, but...
I'd be aflame by now. Hard, Geralt.
Alright, what now? Hard? Okay, I'm gonna push you back.
Hard will knock anyone
Get some
or anything off balance.
damage.
Destroy their
What?
Time for action.
Vesemir!
Damn it.
Vesemir!
I hate this feeling.
Vesemir, come back. Don't tell me I'm already going to have to reload the game. Vesemir. Let's see if I can finish the tutorial through this gate.
Erden now. Show her, Geralt.
Jordan.
See this, Ciri?
There we go.
Couldn't move if I wanted.
I can't hit him through.
Throw a bomb. Don't worry, Ciri. Quen will dampen the blow.
Okay, so yeah, everything's much bigger. Oh no.
Too old for this shit.
Oh no.
Bring off, Geralt.
We're gonna have to restart it. Oh, no, no. Oh, he walked straight through the fence. Because he was taunting me. So I guess he clipped back through the fence. Oh, man. Could be something to do with the latest patch, or could just be a common glitch. Guess I just pushed him a little too hard. And of course you can throw the bombs at ranges, which is really nice.
Enough. Continue training at will.
Or not at all. So I did notice when oh, wait. Get completely full of yourself now, kid. Good job.
You really showed him, kid.
I love how Lambert and Eskel are near polar opposites, and Geralts is like kind of like a neutrality between them.
A little she-devil. Soon as she's back, we'll set her to polishing all the swords at Kaer Morhen.
So the reason the audio is different here and the game just generally looks different is because this is a pre-rendered cutscene from what I can see. It's not using the in-game engine. Siri, where did you go?
I'll make sure to find every last blade for you.
Like a true parent. I guess you could call them parent. Quote unquote. What? Is that human skin? No, no problem. Guys, please look over here. We have a slight issue. All right then. This has escalated more quickly than anything I have ever seen.
Adriana did this, and you, White Wolf.
No!
This is like skipping... Was that the Wild Hunt? That was the coolest dreadnought I have ever seen. Ever in anything. That was... What that reminded me of is just watching Berserk, and it 1 second it shows Guts being a kid, and then the next second, like, Skull Knight just rolls up and is like, yo. Temeria Road to Vizima. May 1272.
You all right?
Had a nightmare.
About?
Take forever to explain.
Dawn's some way off. We've got time.
I think I'd rather just keep this to myself for now.
Rather not talk about it.
Gotcha.
So, time to hit the road?
Wait. Show me the letter from Yennefer. Might have overlooked some hint in there.
Didn't overlook anything. We were meant to meet in Willoughby. That's what she wrote. Meanwhile, one army or another burned the village to the ground. All we can do is follow her trail, so...
Stop talking for a minute and give me the letter. Oh, how about that? It does smell of lilac and gooseberries.
They mention that a lot about her,
not sniff
and
it.
that's because of her perfume, in
We
case you don't
must
already
meet
know.
Soon. Willoughby near Vizima. Nothing else to guide us there. What's this postscript? I still have the unicorn?
What? Stuffed unicorn we used it as a bed once. You know what? I kept the other story to myself. I'll just keep this to myself.
That's private. Very private.
Aha, I understand. At least I think I do. Maybe not entirely, but perhaps that's for the best.
Back on
Perhaps.
topic. How's it look? How far behind Yennefer are we?
2 or 3 days. Trail's fresh, but it looks like it leads towards the main road. Could be muddled there.
That windmill in the distance. What's
Wait,
up, Roach?
Hear that?
I hear it. I smell it. Ghouls.
So, that windmill in the distance, that was way, way out there. I actually had to install the game 5 times because the game was just flat out missing textures. So every time I did it, the windmill would just be blocks spinning around and around. So anyways, monsters, life on the continent and in Skellige Isles, what? Are those 2 different zones? Is nasty, brutish and short. War lays waste to the land, and those it spares live in fear of the countless monsters lurking outside every town and village. Monsters are shown with a silver health bar above their heads, indicating that you should fight them with your silver sword. Okay, so, when I fought these guys earlier... What the hell was that? This shiny thing. Oh my god. They do, like, truckloads of damage. They do so much damage. Like, I didn't even think that... Ow. Come on, come on. Gotcha. Alright, who's next? Who is next? So on their health bar glows red, I think that means that they're attacking, I believe. Come on. Oh, no, no, no. Oh. So, yeah, once again, if one of these things actually manages to hit you, it hurts, like, more than anything. It takes, like, a quarter of your life away. I've heard that the hardest part of Death Wish is the very start, so we're doing pretty good here, I'd say. Excuse me. Oh, we got it. Took down our shield, but if we use some heavy strikes, we should be fine. Let's get Quen up again, just in case. And perfect. That went way better than try number 1. On try number 1, I almost died and had to use all of our food. Striking with striking opponents generates adrenaline points. Certain abilities you can acquire allow you to perform special attacks that require and consume adrenaline. Oh, I just read this. Your adrenaline points slowly decline. Okay, so that's the thing in the top left corner.
Armies pass, necrophages follow. Let's go.
So they changed the UI for the for those points, because if you look right below where the Witcher symbol is, and where I guess like my endurance or vigor or whatever meter they want to call it now is, that red glowing bar used to just be dashes. So they've just upped so much of the interface to look more smooth, and I love that. Like this late into the game cycle, they still care enough to redo some of the interface entirely. Vitality regeneration. You can regenerate vitality by eating or drinking, or by meditating for at least 1 hour. Note, while playing on Blood and Broken Bones and Death March difficulty levels, meditation does not regenerate vitality. Oh. Oh. I can only eat food and drink potions. That's gonna make this fun. I love survival games. No, not straight up survival, but like survival horror style games. So I love that feature. Food and drink can be placed in your consumables slots for quick use during combat. Press R or F to consume them. You have some food equipped already. Okay. And we can summon our wonderful horse Roach by pressing X. But first, let's loot all of these ghouls. Oh, wow, they cleaned up this too. They used to shove a bunch of information in this box, and now it just says what it is. That's awesome. They're really paying attention to what people are saying. Monster Tooth and Ghoul's Blood, and I think they also sized up the picture for it. Once again, the reason I knew this is because I did do audio testing, but that was before the patch, so it's interesting. Even though I'm not going to know it all, I'm going to see what they did change in the short time I played. Monster Liver and Ghoul's Blood. Not sure we're going to use these for. Probably some sort of potion or concoction. Monster Brain, Ghoul's Blood. Also very useful. And the last one dropped down here. And I also saw a sparkly thing. Venom Extract. Okay. Well, I saw a sparkly thing over here on the ground. Oh, it's over there. Hold on, I just want to get some of these, some of this vegetation. Because I don't know how hard it is to find the plants and herbs in this game, so I just want to grab some really early on. So that way I don't have to worry about all of it later. But I'm going to go check out that sparkly thing, because I don't know what that is. Crystal Skull.
Bird skull and black crystal. Why do I think this is Yen's?
That's because it is. I accidentally skipped that because I was trying to save. Saves created with this version of the game will be incompatible with previous game versions. That is fine. This version of the game is awesome.
Ever tell you about this sorcerer I knew? Couldn't stop talking about how useful they are as creatures.
Because you can brew potions from their blood?
No, because by eating rotting corpses, they prevent epidemics.
Did he know they eat the living? The war's not exactly going our way.
No, it's going fine. It's fine.
Radovid's realms, don't you mean? Temeria and Edirn are no more.
Radovid's pledged to restore the old borders as soon as he wins the war.
Believe that?
Gotta believe something. It's what keeps us going.
Temeria's just gone. Okay. Okay. Well, fine. So, from what I can see so far is that
we going?
I can't see anything. I think the brightness is too high. Help who? What do you want? Oh. That's... You know, I kind of almost died to those ghouls back there. I'm not sure if I really want to. Okay. Oh, and it's bleeding. Did it get Vesemir? Yeah, dude, that's fine by me. Take the horse. I guess he's alright then.
Yeah. Come out.
Come out from under the cart, pleb.
Gods, that was close. I was sure I'd end up like my mare.
Provided you got lucky.
Your horse died quickly, but griffins like to toy with their prey. Eat it, alive, piece by piece.
You'd like a reward, I suppose.
You know what? Normally I'd play it like a Witcher and I'd be like, I kill monsters for rewards and you better pay me. But this time I actually didn't even kill a monster, I just kind of struck it and it hit Vesemir and took your horse and flew off and as far as I know killed your family, so I don't think I need money from you, buddy. I think you're good.
You don't owe us anything. You were in need. We helped.
And they call witches heartless. Say they won't lift a finger without pay.
They also say mice are born of rotting straw. Back to the trail.
Like I said, leads to the main road and ends there, muddled.
You seek someone?
I guess I can tell you. It's not like he'll be able to even partially harm her.
Yes, a woman. Medium height, long black hair. Seen anyone like that?
No. But there's an inn here in White Orchard. Sole one around. Gets its share of travelers. Perhaps you'll learn something there? Besides, the innkeep's my cousin. Tell her Bram sent you. She'll treat you like family.
Not a bad idea. Especially since that wound needs cleaning.
Ah, beast barely grazed me. But sure, could use a good rye. Nice and cool, you know, straight from a cellar.
Let's go.
Who couldn't? Alright. Geralt seems so down with that. He's like, let's go. He's just ready to hear him say that. Come on, Roach, you godly creature. I've heard wonderful tales of you from the Witcher Reddit. And if all these tales are true,
so
you must be the
Griffin is
finest
close to
steed
the
in the
village.
land.
Strange.
My thoughts exactly. In the forest to the mountain shore. Here, and near the main road.
Maybe it's the war. Corpses everywhere, the stench of blood, burnt flesh. Drives monsters crazy sometimes.
Populated areas. You're nearing a village, don't disturb the peace. Remember, town guards and hired watchmen won't tolerate theft, and also won't look kindly on you accosting others. Local residents often erect notice boards near settlements such as villages and cities. These are marked with blank pieces of paper on your map. Examine them to learn about contracts, work for witchers, and local happenings. Yeah, I'll make sure we take a look at that.
Men, too. We need to watch ourselves in White Orchard. And we should leave as soon as we learn anything.
Is this the end? Yeah, it is.
What? Take that down before there's trouble.
That is a coat of arms, the Temerian lilies. They've a right to hang there.
This ain't Temeria no more, old man. It's Nilfgaard now.
My arse it is.
witches.
I'll not drink with Weaverlaw's freaks.
Oh, that's fine. I can't hear you. I don't have my hearing aids in. Thank you very much.
Beg your pardon for those thugs.
No need. We're used to it.
Folk are jumpy round here. Armies just passed through. Now a griffin's prowling about.
Already had the pleasure. Ran into your kinsman, Bram.
Bram? How is he?
Alive. Sends his regards.
Master Witches. Food and drink on the house. What can I get you?
Awesome. So, basically, options marked with shop signs will sell things. So, what I did last time was kind of foolish, and I think I'm going to learn from it. So, after this point, it goes blind right after this, because all I did was buy some stuff from her and play Gwent, and then I quit. Because I wanted to kind of understand how Gwent worked, and we're going to play it again. And I'm going to invest quite a bit of time into it, so don't, like, freak out or anything. When I have, hour-long episodes, and 25% of one, or 50% of one is Gwent, because it's a game that takes some investing. But whoa, they changed the inventory UI completely. Holy hell, okay. Let's see. So, full test, we have a full test Gwent card, which is what I'm definitely going to buy. He is a card type leader, and unit card special ability, Lord Commander of the North, clear any weather effects. Wow, okay. Alright, we only have 168. Apparently, they're crowns now, because when I fought some of those ghouls earlier, like, I found some orans the first time through. So I guess the currency has changed since Temeria is no longer in power. So now it's crowns. So let's buy this full test. Oh, I love this new UI. It is so smooth. I really appreciate when they do this. And we can buy a decoy, a catapult, Blue Stripes Commando, and Sinfrid Reaver's Dragon Hunter. Some of these cards have special abilities. Tight Bond, Tight Bond, Tight Bond. So what does Tight Bond do? Place next to a card with the same name to double the strength of both cards. Alright, so I'm gonna put some money down on this catapult. Oh wait, we only have 150 left. That's enough. Let's go ahead and buy this Blue Stripes Commando card. I'm gonna leave these other two as they are. Now we just need to worry about buying food. Let's buy some bread. Just a few pieces. And these dumplings are pretty cheap and they regenerate some health. So I'm going to buy all 9 of them. And let's buy just a thing of water, I guess. Alright then. Pretty bitty? That's not even a word. So busy around here, are you?
Pretty busy place you got.
Nations on the move. Some search for kin, others just want to get out of the way of the armies. They all need food, drink, and a night's rest in warmth.
So, war's been good for your trade?
Aye, so far. But it'd be best to know peace again. Times like these, you never know what tomorrow will bring.
Yes, you better be pretty careful. So, their contract on that Griffin, I'd like to earn some money, but maybe after I'm like level 30 or something. I don't know how strong that Griffin is.
Nay, not at the moment. Used to be. Soon as a beast had built a nest nearby, the alderman would start a collection, or go to the Lord for help. Now the aldermen don't use the privy without asking the Black One's permission first. And seems they hanged the Lord. So no contract.
Oh,
Shame.
shit. That...
We might have done something, but not for free.
Yeah, part of the Witcher's code. Anyways.
Looking for a woman. Raven-haired, violet eyes, dresses in black and white. Riding in from Willoughby. And, strange as it sounds, lilac and gooseberries might have smelled that.
I've not seen nor smelt such a lady. Believe I'd remember.
Yeah, especially hard to forget this one.
Plenty of travellers about,
I'm sure it is.
Folk from all over. Might be worth your while to ask after her.
Thank you for everything. You've been extremely kind, and we'll just
Thanks
take our leave.
for everything. Help you bandage that up?
Please. I'm not decrepit yet.
Then I'll ask about Yennefer.
Mm-hmm. Just remember, we'd rather not draw any attention.
Good point. Alright, so I'm going to end this episode here. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys stick around. If you guys think that I did a great job, then leave a like. It doesn't benefit me in any way, it's just kind of a general census of who thought this was good and might keep watching. So thank you. As always, it means a lot that you guys watch this, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Riding out.